You are welcome to Shemic Academic of Music, and today we are going to be having an interesting topic which will help us in our soloing class. And before I continue, if you have not subscribed to my channel, is the high time you do that, because I'll be dropping continuous videos on different classes, and you wouldn't want to miss any one of them. So I would like you to do that now. Subscribe to the channel. So today our topic is Jitter tablature. For my students, I've already told you for a long time I want to teach you this topic, but I've not been chanced for a while. But now I'm going to teach us Jitter tablature. And what is Jitter tablature? Now, when you look at it, Jitter tablature is actually a means by which makes our playing easier. It's just a representation of our playing on a piece or on a sheet. Now, this is actually like an imitator of staff notation. Now, when you have staff notation, if you are into music, you play piano or you sing, side play or side sing, you will know that staff is made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces, and you move from down low to the upper pitch. So now, what does that implies? It means that when you want to read, when you see from the one that is down is the lower pitch, the one that is up is the higher pitch. So the same way as it is on the staff notation, that is the same way that it is on the Jitter tablature. So the only difference is just that the number of lines that we have for Jitter tablature is 6, while that of staff notation is 5. So now, what does those lines implies? So now those lines implies the strings of the Jitter. How many strings do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strings. So each line represents each strings. So now, for easier understanding of this lesson, I have actually made a material for it, so that everything I'm going to discuss here is inside, and for the diagram and everything is inside the material. And I want you to get it. If you want to get it, drop on the comment box that you need the material. I'm going to drop my number for you so you can chat me up and get your material. So now, when you the first the line, as I've said, is coming from the lower pitch upper to the up. Now, and when you look at the Jitter, the lower pitch is which of the string? The 6th string. So that means now when you are drawing when they are drawing the Jitter tablature, the first line, that is the first line going up, is is letter E, the lower E. So the second line is the 5th the 5th string. The third line is the 4th string. The 4th line is the 3rd string. The 5th line is the 2nd string, and the last line at the top is the 1st string. So that means it's telling us that the one at the top is the higher string, so it's the higher pitch. So now, when you look at that, now you look at the Jitter tablature. What are the things that are in the Jitter tablature? The things that are in the Jitter tablature are numbers. They just write number on it. And what does that number implies? It implies the fret that you are going to play. So if you see 2 on these on the sixth string, that means you are going to press fret 2. If you see 3, you press fret 3. If it's on the fifth string, if you see any of the number that they write there, the number is indicating the fret. You get what I'm saying now? So now all those things are inside the material. Now let me show you how Jitter tablature look like. So you can see it now here. Now look at it. If you see 0, because the numbers start from 0 to 24. So now when you see 0, 0 stands for open string. That means you are playing without fretting anything. You're not playing any of the frets at all. So now when you play 0, it means open string. So now you as a person, now you have this jitter. You have the jitter as the jitter tablature now tells us about how we can play from one song to another. So in the exercise that I gave, inside the material will help us to be able to move our hands and be able to do things that we're expected to do accurately. Now, there's a challenge in Jitter tablature. And what is the challenge? The challenge of Jitter tablature is that it only indicates the fret that you have, the fret you are going to play with the numbers, but it does not indicate the fingers you are expected to play with it. So now that is the challenge. So because they expect you to have gotten how to make use of your finger, how to place your hand and everything, which I have already analyzed for my students. Those people that have been under my training tutelage all the while. I've been having classes for people personally, and if you want to be part, you can actually inbox me in the comment section, and I would give you where we can talk, the number we can use to talk. And those that are my students, I already in the example I first gave, the diagram I first gave in this Jitter tablature material, I actually use it. I use that of a pentatonic scale, which is in our first material that I gave to you. So when you look at it, I now use Jitter tablature to explain that of that diagram that we have in our first material. So now in the material we now have other exercises. Now the problem now of which finger to use is now resolved. So I've now created a means by which we know the kind of fingers we are expected to use, whether it's finger 1, finger 2, 3, or 4. I have actually explained it there. I have what I use to represent the finger you are going to use inside the material. So that is why, but you see on the normal tablature, which is general, you will not see that there. But just for my students to be able to understand and to be able to play what I want them to play, so I've indicated, I've brought out a means by which you know the fingers you are going to make use of. So now when you get the material, you see the numbers N1, N2, N3, N4, and which implies the fingers we are going to make use of. So you can get that from my material. So that is just it. So we have various exercises. When you get the material, you play the exercises and you submit to me and I cross-check. We have a song that we want to work on, and it's inside the material, which I will not tell you at first, because when you start playing it, you will now see how it goes. And I want you to submit back to me after you have gotten your material. So if you are my student, inbox me for the material. So thank you and God bless. So if you are yet to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe now. So do that now. Take care and God bless. Bye.